of the entire staff of Beech Motor Speedway and the Cusack family, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Maine's oldest continually operating family-owned speedway. My name is Bruce Elby, your race commentator, and tonight we feature the return of the American-Canadian Tour for the running of the Big A Auto Parts 150. We will be opening with qualifying heats for the late models. So welcome back to the tower, the voice of the American-Canadian Tour, Mr. Dave Moody. Dave, nice to have you back.
Thank you very much, Bruce, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to be back here at the Beech Motor Speedway. The Big A Auto Parts 150 set to get underway tonight. And by the luck of the draw, two of the toughest competitors start inside and outside in row number one. Junior Hanley, the defending American-Canadian Tour champion, the current ACT point leader. And on the outside, the current late model Sportsman point leader here at the Beech Motor Speedway, Mike Johnson in the 33. Here they come. Showdown at the front of the pack as we get set to go. The green is out and we are racing. Early advantage goes to the 72. Junior Hanley down the back straightaway. The Ford Thunderbird, your leader. 33 Johnson back in line in the number 2 position. Side by side for third. Bobby Randall in the 91. On the outside, Glenn Cusack, we've got yellow as Kip Stockwell is around in turn 3. Caution flag quickly on the speedway for the rookie driver, young Kip Stockwell from Randolph, Vermont, the 16. Top 3 competitors will advance on to the semi-feature and earn themselves a shot for the pole position. One more time, they're set for the start. Hanley on the inside, Johnson on the outside, Randall and Cusack, Leclerc and LePage. The green flag is out, and again, Junior Hanley away on the pole. Once again, a car spinning at the drop of the green. It's Robbie Thompson, car number 25. And the yellow flag is out again. Top 3 go to the semi-feature. These drivers very much want a shot at the pole position tonight. A strong field of automobiles, 43 strong. Qualifying is going to be intense tonight, and the semi-feature spot will be a big advantage. Here we go, the green is out, and again, Hanley pulls flag. Hanley away with the lead, this time down to the inside. Bobby Randall, the 91, challenging for second. Randall moving low on Mike Johnson. Johnson trapped up on the outside, will lose the number 2 position at the line. 72 Hanley, Randall in the 91, 33 Johnson, then Glenn Cusack on the outside. Claude Leclerc and Kevin LePage battling for the number 5 qualified spot. Only 3 will transfer. On the inside, Leclerc after the 11. 3-man battle, door to door down the back straightaway. Hanley pulling away, the fight for second. 91 Randall. 33 Johnson, Cusack in the 2, sticks the nose downstairs for the number 3 spot. They lean on each other into turn 1. Mike Johnson slams the door and holds onto the semi-feature position. Johnson in the 33, now the final semi-qualifier. Cusack and Claude Leclerc, the 4th and 5th place car. Keep an eye on that battle for the number 5 position. Leclerc drifting high, Kevin LePage downstairs in the 21. LePage on the back straightaway, puts the Ford Thunderbird into the final qualified spot. Right behind him, the 25 of Robbie Thompson taking over 6th as Claude Leclerc now going backwards. Junior Hanley, the ACT point leader, out in front, keeping the field at arm's length. Right behind, a 3-car freight train. Randall, Johnson, Cusack across the line. Mike Johnson looking down to the inside of Randall in turn 2. Can't find room to work that time around. Looks high going into turn 3. Cusack up on the outside. The battle is for the 3rd spot in the final transfer to the semi-feature. Glenn Cusack moving down the highway. Cusack in the 2, going to the high side, challenging on the back straightaway. Halfway done this time. Hanley in front, Randall second, Cusack by a nose with the number 3 position now. Glenn Cusack has the 3rd spot, goes to work on Randall for second now. Tremendous action on the back straightaway. Bobby Randall now trying to hold off Cusack in the 2. Glenn Cusack pushes it high out of turn number 3, puts the nose up on Randall for the number 2 spot. Laps beginning to wind down. Hanley continues to lead. Randall back on the inside second. Cusack, Johnson, and now Kevin LePage beginning to get on the action. The 21 LePage out of the back of the pack beginning to close on the second group now. Junior Hanley so far unchallenged at the front of the field, but a great battle for second and third. Bobby Randall in the 91, 33 Mike Johnson, Glenn Cusack, Kevin LePage, Robbie Thompson in the 25. Glenn Cusack hangs it up again on the outside. Cusack in the 2 will not turn loose of the high groove. 2 laps to go this time. 2 to go for Hamlin. Cusack on the outside for second now. 2 laps to go, and it's going to be a drag race for the semi-feature. Cusack up high, sticks the nose out in front for second. White flag set to fly. Hanley alone at the front. The battle for the runner-up position. There's 3 wide in the front straightaway. Randall into turn 1, trying to hold on to the low groove. Cusack on the outside makes the down the back straightaway. Checkered flag coming out, wire to wire. Heat number 1 goes to Junior Hanley. Second place at the line. I believe it's Cusack by enough. A great battle, start to finish, for second and third positions. And the official word from scoring, the winner 72, Junior Hanley. In second on the outside, Glenn Cusack in car number 2. And Bobby Randall, despite a strong run, will have to settle for the number 3 position. Ladies and gentlemen, no contest at the front. Wire to wire in Heat 1, Junior Hanley, the Molson X Ford, your winner. Laps in heat number 2 as the pace car gets set to pull in turn 3. Scott Mulkern in the 79. The 54 of Bobby Coburn. Steve Knowlton and Dan Beatty. Paul Johnson and Carlton Roby. Libby, O'Leary, Layton, Babb, and Zardo. Pace car is in. We're set for action. Down to the line. They come. The green flag is out and heat 2 is underway. Scott Mulkern in the 79 gets the jump on the inside. He's away with the lead. 88, Steve Knowlton down low for the number 2 spot, right behind the 35 of Paul Johnson. Bobby Coburn going backwards on the outside. 53, Dan Beatty hung out there with him. Coburn down the back chute, puts the nose up, can't get a piece of the action. Inside line moving. Johnson in the 35 takes over third. Right behind him, Bob Living. 53, Beatty, 1X Brad Layton fighting over real estate. Beatty finally gets it downstairs into the low groove. Top 5 to qualify. On the inside, 53, Beatty looking to pick up the transfer spot. Coburn going backwards. Keep an eye on the 1X. Brad Layton from the number 9 position now is 6th on the field. Scott Mulkern, 79 your leader. Steve Knowlton, Paul Johnson, Bob Libby, Dan Beatty, and the 1X of Layton now to the outside. Brad Layton on his home racetrack looking to go to work. 53 Beatty to the outside of Bob Libby. Beatty and Layton trying to move out of the back. Layton down to the inside looking to pick it up. Brad Layton takes over the final qualified spot in the 1X machine. 53 Beatty now drop kicked back to the number 6 position. 1 shot out of the money. Mulkern in the 79 has led it all the way. Knowlton in the 88. 35 Johnson. Now Bob Libby kicks it to the outside. 34 Libby decides it's time to go on the high groove. He takes care of Johnson for the number 3 spot. Bobby Libby kicking it up high. Now goes after Knowlton for second. Libby in the 34, rolling on the high side. Right behind him is Brad Layton. Libby in the 34. 1X Layton rim riding out of the back of the field. Bob Libby takes over the lead. Brad Layton in the 1X now is second from the back of the pack. Mulkern in the 79, now back to third. Steve Knowlton, Paul Johnson, the final qualifier. Johnson on the bubble in the 35 machine. Dan Beatty fights his way to the inside of Johnson, trying to take away the qualified spot. Paul Johnson now hung out high. Beatty in the 53 to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the 5th position. Give it to Danny Beatty. The 53 takes it over. Brad Layton working the back bumper of Libby down the back chute. Two-man breakaway. Here comes Layton on the outside. Brad Layton showing some muscle in the 1X. Layton on the high side takes the lead at the line. What a run by young Brad Layton. Back on his home track and leading now from the number 9 position. Libby is second. Steve Knowlton on the outside third. Then Johnson. Paul Johnson making it stick on the outside now. Regains the qualified spot. He takes over fourth. 53 Beatty going to the outside of Mulkern for the number 5 position. 2 laps to go now. 2 to go for Brad Layton. White flag set to fly. Brad Layton 1 lap away from the checkers now. 1X across the line, your leader. Libby is second. Knowlton third. Paul Johnson and Dan Beatty, the final qualifier in the 53. Final time into turn 3. Libby takes a look to the inside. No room to pass. Checkers are out. Brad Layton wins it in the 1X. Libby is second. Knowlton third. Paul Johnson and Dan Beatty the qualifier. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is back and he is rolling tonight at the Beech Motor Speedway. From the inside of the 5th row to the front of the pack to carry the checkered flag, the Ferox Stulac Buick car number 1X, Brad Layton, your Heat 2 winner. Always feel a little bit of extra pressure when the American-Canadian Tour returns here to Beech Ridge. The 1X team and Brad Layton in particular always feel a little bit of extra pressure when the American-Canadian Tour returns here to Beech Ridge. A track that Brad Layton has enjoyed a great deal of success on over the years. His first checkered flag on his home track since joining the ACT, and I know he is a pumped-up race driver right now. Looking to make a run for Rookie of the Year in 1993. 0-0, Roger LaPerle on the point, outside the 0 of Barry Babb. They will go at it when the green flag flies momentarily. 15 laps, 5 to qualify in heat number 3. Here they come, down to the line for the green flag. It is out, a spin on the front chute. Ron Benjamin, 360 and away of the 77, and the field stays green. 0-0, LaPerle on the inside. Babb in the 0 on the outside. Dirt tracking it out of 4. Babb is your leader at the line. Barry Babb in the 0. Sideways again on a turn number 2, letting it all hang out. LaPerle back to the inside, puts the nose in front. Side by side. Door handle to door handle for the number 1 position. This time it's LaPerle at the line by a nose. Roger LaPerle 0-0, away now with the lead. Downstairs the 15, Derek Lynch going to work for second. Barry Babb, the outside pole sitter, now strung out on the outside, trying to hold his spot. Lynch down low, right behind Pete Rondo and Ralph Nason. Babb coming back strong in the high line. Barry Babb will not give it up in the 0, drifting high in 4. Lynch back underneath it. Tremendous racing once again in heat number 3. LaPerle in the 0-0. Babb in the 0. Derek Lynch, Pete Rondo, Ralph Nason, Jeff Stevens, all lining it up out of 4. Looking to the inside, Derek Lynch tries to punch the hole in the back chute. Lynch going for the lead, shut down by LaPerle in 3. Lynch in the 15, now away with the number 2 spot. Down low for third, it's Pete Rondo challenging now. Rondo in the 41, going for the final semi-feature spot. He's got it by a nose on the back chute. Barry Babb now going backwards on the outside. Ralph Nason moving underneath for the number 4 spot. Barry Babb, now the number 5 automobile, in danger of losing the qualified spot as Jeff Stevens begins to knock on the door. Halfway down for Roger LaPearl. Lynch looking to the inside of the front straightaway. Barry Babb continuing to hold on. Look out, Danny Knoll gets into the Jeff Stevens machine. Stevens all the way around, keeps it going, field stays grazed. And that is a big break for Barry Babb as he has got the number 5 spot and some daylight between himself and Danny Knoll. 5-car break momentarily now at the front of the pack. LaPearl in the 00. Derek Lynch in the 15. Pete Rondo, Ralph Nason, and Barry Babb the qualifier. Roger LaPearl, the pole sitter, has led all the way so far in Heat 3, but he is feeling the heat from Derek Lynch. The young Lion beginning to put the pressure on. This time he's got a hole on the inside. Down the back chute, LaPearl shuts him down again. The youngster, Derek Lynch, all over the back bumper of Roger LaPearl into turn 1. Tracy Gordon in the 17, moving underneath Danny Knoll for the number 6 spot. Here's Lynch again to the inside. Again, LaPearl shuts him down. Barry Babb is in trouble. Clips the rear end of the Ralph Nason car, and Babb is out of the qualified spot. Barry Babb loses 2, and now Tracy Gordon, the 17, is your final qualifier. Roger LaPearl, Derek Lynch, Pete Rondo, and Ralph Nason. White flag out. Final time at turn 1. Keep an eye on Lynch. He'll duck low coming out of 2. Looking for daylight. LaPearl this time blocks the door. Nason to the inside of Rondo for 3rd. Stacking it up out of 4. They're sideways. Checkers are out. LaPearl wins it. Lynch 2nd. Pete Rondo, Ralph Nason, and Tracy Gordon. Well, a tough break for young Barry Babb late in the going as he made contact with the back end of the Ralph Nason car. Lost ground and lost the qualified spot. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner off the inside pole, the St. Pierre Auction Chevrolet, Roger LaPearl, the 00. Qualifying in 5th, the number 17 for Tracy Gordon. Dick Houlihan, the former mini-modified champion in car number 1, making his first American Canadians Tour start here this afternoon at Beech Ridge. Will have to come from the rear in a jam-packed heat number 4. Once again, 5 to qualify for the Big A Auto Parts 150, top 3 to the semi-feature. This one ought to be a dandy. Dale Shaw in the 60, the 07 of Blair Bissett. Ron Bishop and Beaver Dragon, Kim Wallace and Kenny Wright. And keep an eye on row number 4. Robbie Crouch and Mike Manna side by side in the 7th and 8th position. Randy McDonald, Sylvain Metivier, and Dick Houlihan. We are set to go. Dale Shaw setting the slow pace at the front of the pack. Down to the line, the green flag waves and they're away. Shaw away with the lead in the 60. Blair Bissett downstairs in 2nd, but not for long. Look out, a hard hit. Mike Manna's in the wall. Ron Bishop getting crossed up on the back chute, and Mike Manna with a hard ride into the concrete on the back straightaway. Kim Wallace, the 27, involved. Ron Bishop in the 70, but the big hit went to Mike Manna. He's out of the car, and he's okay at the top of turn 3. This time it's going to go to the other end of the spectrum as he's on the hammer in turn number 3. They come down to the line, and this time they've got to go. Blair Bissett tucks it in line in 2nd. Ron Bishop on the inside, and here comes the Beaver. Beaver Dragon, 75 up to 3rd now. Right behind the 48 of Robbie Crouch. Look out, Ron Bishop nails Dragon, and over the top they go. Yellow flag is out as Ron Bishop in the 70 puts the plow to Beaver Dragon. Dragon, Bishop, and Robbie Crouch all over the top put the field under yellow. Pace car will come in once again. 3 to the semi, 5 to the Big A Auto Parts 150 as heat 4 tries it again in turn 4. Here they come to the line, the green is out. Once again, Blair Bassett heads for the low line, holding on to second place. On the outside, Robbie Crouch. Randy McDonald, Beaver Dragon in the 75. The ACT high point men taking it to the high line, picking up spots down the front chute. Crouch up to the number 3 position, right behind the 01 of Randy McDonald. Kenny Wright in the 12, now the 5th and final qualifier as Sylvain Metivier pulls up in the 82 machine. Robbie Crouch looking low on Blair Bassett, down the back chute. Bassett holds him off. Crouch in 3rd, Randy McDonald 4th, Kenny Wright, Sylvain Metivier, Beaver Dragon, and Dick Houlihan. 48, Crouch now looking to the outside of Blair Bassett. Crouch puts the fender up on the back straightaway. The Tampa Tornado looking for the number 2 position. Bassett with a strong run holds him off at the line. Randy McDonald down to the inside of Crouch. McDonald casting his lot with the Blair Bassett machine, trying to move underneath Crouch for the final semi-feature spot. Blair Bassett, 07, sideways through the corner, trying to hold off 2 of the best. Randy McDonald on the inside, Robbie Crouch on the outside. Bassett having a great run in the Bill Griffin car. Dale Shaw on top in the 60, pulling away with it. 07, Blair Bassett 2nd. McDonald in the 01. 48 Crouch, side by side for 3rd. Number 5 automobile, Kenny Wright in the 12, beginning to feel the heat from Dragon now. Beaver Dragon from the back of the pack, working for 5th place. We are halfway down this time. Dale Shaw showing some sparks underneath the Plum Potter Automotive car. Shaw down the back stretch with the lead. Crouch to the outside for 2nd. Robbie Crouch going to work on Blair Bassett. Side by side at a 4. Crouch this time has it at the line. The Tampa Tornado with a nose up on the back straightaway. 48. Crouch by half a car length. Blair Bassett holding on down low. Sticks the nose in again on Crouch. Bassett will not give it up on the front straightaway. Blair Bassett in the 07 with a great drive, trying to hold off Robbie Crouch. Top 3 go to the semi. Bassett wants a piece of the action, and he may get it. Bassett back up to the number 2 spot. 07, Blair Bassett. 48, Robbie Crouch. Randy McDonald, Kenny Wright, and Beaver Dragon. Crouch again to the outside, trying to pick it up. This time it looks like Crouch may get it done on the high line. Bassett, though, fills the hole again in the 07. Down the back chute, 48, Crouch now takes over 2nd. The battle is for 3rd. Randy McDonald to the outside. Bassett coming back low on Crouch again. Tremendous racing in turn 1 and 2. Blair Bassett back underneath Robbie Crouch. 5-car battle. Only 2 will move to the semi. White flag is out with 1 to go. 48, Robbie Crouch on the outside. Back comes Blair Bassett in the 07. Bassett is even into turn 3. Checkered flag coming out. Dale Shaw wins it. Look out, they're bumping. Across the line, Kenny Wright and Blair Bassett get it. A wild finish in heat number 4, and we're going to have to go to the scorecards to determine the 4th and 5th positions. Robbie Crouch and Blair Bassett bumping out of 4. Crouch may have dropped out of the qualified spot. The official scoring at the line. Across first, the Plum Potter Automotive Chevrolet Dale Shaw, car number 60. 2nd spot will go to the 12 of Kenny Wright. In 3rd, the 07, Blair Bassett, a strong run, qualifies Bassett for the semi. In the 4th position, the 01 of Randy McDonald. And in fifth, a virtual photo finish between Crouch and Beaver Dragon. It will go to Robbie Crouch in the 48.
Row 7 to the inside, the 98 and Dave Jackson. In the number 99 on the outside, Jim Culprit Jr. Next on the inside, Bob Collette in the number 87 and Rick Libby in the 77. Chuck Willoughby in the number 82, Kurt Bean in the 42. The number 16 is driven by rookie Jim Shaw. To his outside, the 19 and rookie Jackie Roussel. The number 50 is Alan Burby, the 43, Scott Connor. The 0 is driven by rookie Wayne Whitten. The number 15, Don Tapley Jr. John Maycomer in the number 96. The 73 is driven by Larry Ramsey. The 29, David Wiles, and the 95, Roger Williams. Assistant starter Junior Niles atop the flag stand for the limited Sportsman B main. He asked them to hold it even at turn 4. Green is out. Tim Marzilli from the pole shows the way. Car crossed up in turn number 1, the 89, and that takes a group of limited sportsmen into a pileup, and we are right into caution in lap number 1. That will tell you how competitive this limited sportsman division is. Well, right now, pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road. Starter points to turn 4, says hold it even. Green is out. This time, Beaver Norton from the inside in the number 38 will take it over as he grabs the lead right out of turn 1. Shows the way down the backstretch. On the move, Willie Boucher in the number 14, trying to find room beneath the number 11 of Tim Marzilli. He does, as Marzilli gets it crossed up just a little bit. Also up the inside, Don Culprit Jr. in the number 86 as he races to the 3rd place position. Top 3 have broken away just a little bit, actually the top 4. Then comes Chris Grondin in the 5th place position in the number 47. Dennis Featherson, rookie, only out for about his 4th time in the number 4. Caution on the field as we have a car facing traffic at the low side of turn 3. That will put the field under caution once again. Looks like the 04 of Russ Barter. Cars back into a column of 2s. The lights are out atop the pace car. As the drivers work down into turn number 3, this time Beaver Norton, Willie Boucher will bring the field to turn 4, and the green is out. Beaver Norton with a slight advantage. All kinds of pressure now from Donnie Culprit in the number 86 on the low side and Willie Boucher on the high side. They battle for that runner-up position as the top 3 break away. Beaver Norton in just his 2nd appearance of the 1992 season. Your race leader in the number 38. Hard charging Donnie Culprit in the number 86 takes a look to the high side now, goes way out against the retaining wall. Rides in that 2nd place position. Willie Boucher runs 3rd. Andy Gayu in the number 92 is 4th, and Wayne Whitten in the 0, the top 5. Challenge for that lead position now as Donnie Culprit takes a look to the outside. Front lid off the number 14. Hanging by a thread as it would appear. Black flag is out. Caution flag will fly. And this time, Beaver Norton will have rookie Don Culprit Jr. is outside. Second time up. 92 shows away. Green is in the air. Norton shows away from the inside. Strong challenge from the 86. And Willie Boucher in the number 14. Don Culprit taking a look to the outside of race leader Beaver Norton. Unable to get out there, decides to drop it back down to the low side. Halfway point indicated by starter Junior Niles. Beaver Norton showing the way in the number 38, Don Culprit Jr., trying to find a way to get up and challenge the race leader. Culprit will take a shot to the outside once again. Takes it a little high, loses a bit of ground, and with it, Willie Boucher tries to close it up on the inside, unable to go further than the back bumper of that number 86. They go nose to tail for the top three. Wayne Whitten now getting up to take part in that front group. Black flag is out once again. Black flag being displayed for the number 5, but he has evidently not seen that disqualification flag. Meanwhile, back up front, the battle for the lead continues. Tangled in between turns 1 and 2. Several cars crossed up there. Chris Grondin and the number 47, Rick Libby. That will require the caution flag. Beaver Norton does a nice move right down into the speed bumps between the sand barrier. So both Beaver Norton on the pole, and to his outside, Don Culprit still looking for a main event of any type on the 1992 season. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Green is out. Beaver Norton shows the way in the number 38. Don Culprit not wanting to give it up this time on the outside, but unable to hold it even with Norton in the number 38. We'll try it once again. It will be 2 to go, indicates starter, and we have a spin between turns 3 and 4. 3 cars involved in this one. Kurt Bean still sitting there facing traffic, unable to refire the car, and the caution flag will fly once again. And once again, the cars are back into a column of 2s, meaning the lineup is correct. And I believe we have just 2 to go. We had the signal for 2 to go. Pace car back onto the infield pit road. Out of turn 4, the green is out again. And Beaver Norton. And once again, Don Culprit in the number 86 making a try to the outside. Down into turn 3, it continues to be Norton in the number 38. White flag is in the air as they exit turn 4. Beaver Norton continues to show the way. It looks like a battle will shape up for the runner-up position as Willie Boucher goes to the low side of the number 86. And it's a side-by-side door handle. A door handle battle for the runner-up position. Checkered flag is in the air. Beaver Norton grabs the B-main over Willie Boucher. Don Culprit, Wayne Whitten, and the number 43, Scott Connor. Strong run by Don Culprit Jr., but tonight it goes to the young man behind the wheel of the number 38, sitting down at the start-finish line area in the Colonial Tree. DJs arriving, number 38, Beaver Norton. Young man who was a former regular here at Speedway, getting a very late start. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, as he exits the number 38. Nice round of applause, please, for Robert Beaver Norton, winner of the B-main tonight. And taking just 2 weeks to sit in victory lane. No easy accomplishment in this very competitive limited sportsman division. Young man who has also known his share of tough luck. I'm sure he'd say at times more than his share. So his return in 1992, a very positive one for the youngster from Standish. And in the 05, Glenn Reynolds. Robert Bodwell in the number 56, Ron Smith in the 49. The 34, rookie Ryan Shepard. And in the number 2, also a rookie, Hans Meyer. The 93 is driven by Dave Langlis. The 88, Mike Field. The number 70, Jeff Morgan. The number 30, Kent McLeod. Steve Berry Jr., outstanding rookie in the number 7. And Billy Thompson in the number 6. The 61, veteran Gordon Nelson. And the 37, defending champion Larry Gelinas. The 75 is driven by Donnie Morse. The 06, Dennis Quinn. In the number 78 is Dave Fecto. The number 24, Danny Bubar. Dennis Hall in the number 94. And in the number 111, the current point leader, Pee Wee Knight. Chief starter, Eddie Walsh atop the flag stand gives the drivers the all clear. The pace car has made its way onto the infield pit road. Paul Holstrom and Kevin Buck brings the field to turn 4. Flagman says hold it even, gentlemen. Green is out. Paul Holstrom by a fender as they cross the stripe. Kevin Buck pressing hard is already even from the outside. Gary Adams right at the back bumper presses hard for position number 3. But it's Kevin Buck trying to make a duel at the front. He draws it even at turn 4. Across the stripe. Continues to be the 58. Paul Holstrom by a bumper, but Kevin Buck presses hard. Wheel off the number 93, Dave Langlis. And that will require the caution flag. As a wheel is lost from the number 93. Tough break for Dave Langlis. Well, right now, Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance back to the flag stand once again. 1 lap completed. And we'll see if we can get a little more underway as we look for a start once again at turn 4. Flagman points to turn 4, says hold it even, and the green is out. Once again, Paul Holstrom from the pole position. Gary Adams up to challenge side by side with Kevin Buck for the runner-up position. They go side by side. Adams tries to take it over on the low side. Paul Holstrom will bring them down. Gary Adams solidly in that runner-up position as he goes after the race leader. Paul Holstrom now. Jeff Charland with a nice move up the inside. The inside lane on the move. Dwight Shepard. Kevin Buck way up high. He scuffs the wall down into turn 3. And one car over another off over the top of turn number 4. They stay underway and the field stays under green. That was Larry Gelinas in the number 37. Once again, Gelinas, the defending champion of this division. Off to a rough start. The race leader gets turned about. And that will turn things around. Jeff Charland now and Dwight Shepard go at it for the lead. As Paul Holstrom gets turned about in the 4-turn area and goes from race leader to nearly the very tail end, and problems on the number 88 of Mike Field. Dwight Shepard trying to take it over from the outside, and he battles now with Jeff Charland. Jeff Charland in the number 62, Dwight Shepard in the 09. Battle wheel to wheel for the lead. Dwight Shepard by a fender as they cross the stripe. Gary Adams and Jeff Severance trying to get into the battle, but right now it is a 2-way battle. Here comes Gary Adams making it 3 wide down through turns 3 and 4. Adams makes it 3 wide, and somehow they manage to sort that out. And with it, the advantage goes to Dwight Shepard in the 09 from the outside. They are working in lap number 8. Dwight Shepard, your leader in the 09. Jeff Charland to second. Gary Adams is third. Jeff Severance 4. And Charlie Roussel in 5th. Tough to do it 3 wide, but somehow Gary Adams, Jeff Charland, and Dwight Shepard did it, at least for part of that lap. And some more 3 wide racing in turn number 1. Cars crossed up, however, as the number 12 gets it spun about, and he sits to the low side of turns 1 and 2. That will require the caution flag once again. Tim Gendron in the number 12. Well, once again, we have the all clear from atop the flag stand. Pee Wee Knight and Donnie Morse back into action. The 78, Dave Fecto, also back from pit road. At turn 4, the green is out. Dwight Shepard shows the way. Jeff Charland trying to get back up and challenge, but he has to deal with Gary Adams, who is up in that runner-up position now. Gary Adams dives to the low side of Dwight Shepard. Not quite enough room, and he has to back out of it. Dwight Shepard continues to show the way over Gary Adams. Then comes Jeff Severance. Whiting Reserve up to challenge for that fourth place position. Whiting Reserve in a battle with Billy Thompson for that fourth place position. They go at it side by side. Advantage right now to the high side, and Billy Thompson in the number 6. Thompson takes a look to the outside of the number 28, Jeff Severance. Cars working in lap number 13. Have a car that ricocheted off that backstretch wall. It looked to be the 03, and he is crossed up again right here in the front stretch, and that sends Jeff Morgan hard into the retaining wall, and that will require the red flag. As we have several cars into the retaining wall, we'll give you a report just as quickly as we have one via radio. Steve Berry Jr. involved there, along with Jeff Severance. 13 laps are down. Veteran Dwight Shepard sits on the pole with his 09 to his outside. Gary Adams in the number 74. Lightning says hold it even. At turn 4, the green is out. Adams gets it sideways as he comes across the strike. Has to back out of it just a little bit. That opens up the inside for Billy Thompson as he takes over the runner-up position. Car back out of the pit area. The number 7 able to make some quick repairs and rejoin the lineup. As he is trying to keep from going down a lap. As the leaders come to the halfway point. 15 down, 15 to go. The battle is for second. Gary Adams on the inside. Billy Thompson to the outside as they press race leader Dwight Shepard. Gary Adams on the low side. Billy Thompson in the number 6 to the high side. They wage a side-by-side battle for position number 2. Gary Adams way down low, trying to find room beneath the race leader Dwight Shepard. Couldn't quite do it. Had to back out of it. Billy Thompson now on the move as he sets to the outside of race leader Dwight Shepard. The battle is for the first position. Dwight Shepard manages to hold off Billy Thompson and Gary Adams. Then comes Meserve, Danny Bubar, and Ken McLeod now up into that top half dozen. Danny Bubar on the move in the number 24 as he takes a look to the outside of the 08. And back up front, Thompson once again is challenging race leader Dwight Shepard. Down into turn number 1. They go at it wheel to wheel. Billy Thompson puts a fender ahead out of turn number 3. They come to turn number 4, side by side, 3 wide out of turn 4. Billy Thompson with a slight advantage from the outside. Once again, Thompson puts a fender ahead on the backstretch. Working in lap number 22. Dwight Shepard trying to draw it even at turn 4. They come out of turn 4 side by side. Thompson, your leader, across the stripe. Billy Thompson continues to hold about a fender advantage over Dwight Shepard. Cars stacked right up, bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel. They exit turn 4 and across the stripe. The number 6, Billy Thompson, continues to show the way. However, Shepard right back to draw it even once again on the backstretch. Well, it doesn't get much closer than that. Put a blanket over that field as they go at it, bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel. Side-by-side racing, the sparks fly now as the 09 and the 6 rub. Flagman indicates just 5 to go this time by, 5 laps to go. Top 8 cars go at it bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel in side-by-side racing. Billy Thompson trying to squeeze that number 6 by the 09. Can't quite do it. Continues to hold about a half-car length advantage over Dwight Shepard. Shepard fights back on the inside, takes it over this time out of turn 2, down the backstretch. Thompson back to draw it even at turn 3. They come to turn 4 side by side. Shepard with a slight advantage as they cross the stripe, but Thompson right back hard to draw it even through turns 1 and 2. Flagman indicates just 2 to go this time by. Billy Thompson once again puts a fender ahead through turns 3 and 4. Cross the stripe, Billy Thompson with the advantage once again. They tangle in turn 1. Cars get crossed up. Both of the leaders are taken out. The 09 and the number 6 right out of the lead position. Caution flag will fly as cars litter the backstretch. First the number 6, then the 09 taken out of turn number 2. Side by side, bumper to bumper. All it takes is a little touch, and that's what happened. Foot dumping the leader, the 09 Dwight Shepard. So things are going to be shaken up just a little bit in this lineup as the leader Dwight Shepard was taken out. So we're going to see 2 cars set back in the lineup. So that's going to require juggling the lineup once again. And what it will amount to is a 2-lap drag to the finish. Former feature winner, in fact winner opening day in 1992, Danny Bubar sits on the pole. Danny Bubar in the number 24, and to his outside in the number 30, the 1991 Super Sportsman champion Ken McLeod. They will square off from the front row. Once again, Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. Pace car dips down to the infield pit road. They come to turn number 4, and the green is out. Danny Bubar with the advantage from the low side. White Reserve in the 08 up to challenge Ken McLeod for the runner-up position. They will see the red flag comes out as we have a car up against the backstretch wall. That is the number 2 of Hans Meyer. It comes to yellow as first it was a red, and that was either a case of the flagman grabbing the wrong flag, or maybe the safety men indicated to him that the car did not go in as hard as perhaps he thought it did. 28 laps recorded on the leaderboard. We look at 2 to go as the drivers stage on the backstretch once again. And once again, it will be Danny Bubar and Ken McLeod to bring the field down to turn number 4. They begin to pick up the pace out of turn 3, bring it to turn 4, and the green is out. Once again, Danny Bubar from the inside. And storming up from the back of the pack, Billy Thompson in the number 6 has already passed about 8 cars. White flag will fly as they exit turn number 4. Danny Bubar still your leader, followed by Whitey Reserve, Ken McLeod, Dennis Hall. And they cross up down the front stretch as Kevin Barton gets it. Turn he stays underway. Danny Bubar trying to put some distance on the rest of the field. Checkered flag will fly. Danny Bubar brings it across the stripe as he captures his second Limited Sportsman main event, followed by Whitey Reserve, Ken McLeod, Donnie Whitten, and Dennis Hall. Rough night for the Limited Sportsman, as it is a battle right down to the wire. He will make his parade lap. The number 24 out of Windham, Maine is sponsored in part by Inside Out Property Services along with A&W Service. And Danny Bubar, who was our Limited Sportsman main event winner opening day 1992, becomes just the third driver to repeat with a feature win. Returns the colors now to flagman Eddie Walsh. And in just a few moments, we'll have an opportunity to hear from tonight's Limited Sportsman main event winner as he prepares to exit the number 24.
It looks like he's been out for a casual drive up and down the street. Don't even look worked up, Danny. Nice job tonight.
Thanks a lot, Andy. I got a few good breaks tonight. A few guys took some turns, and I got a few good breaks driving underneath them, and just great. Everything worked out good.
That doesn't always happen in this division either. It is so competitive out there. So much can happen. So much unpredictable material that it doesn't always go your way. When you're out there in a race like tonight, you have to say, is this too good to be true?
Yeah, it does. You know, I come in the night, actually the last few weeks, just trying to get top 10 finishes for the points, and I didn't expect to come out on this end of it all, but I just got to thank all my sponsors, thank my wife Karen for putting up with it all. We had a good run tonight. Hopefully we'll keep going like this.
Congratulate you on win number 2. Here with a case of oil, the trophy, and the hat from Big A Auto Parts is Al Webster. Al?
Hi. Good race. There was a lot of hard driving out there. It did a good job.
Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a nice round of applause for Danny Bubar. Let's go back to the tower with Bruce Elder and Dave Moody.
All right, waiting on deck, the American-Canadian Tour drivers involved in the semi-feature. And with that, we turn things back to Dave Moody. Dave?
All right, thank you once again, Bruce, and we are set to go with the run for the pole. Young Blair Bissett with the best run of his season in qualifying earlier tonight with the pole position start outside the former ACT Rookie of the Year, Steve Knowlton. LaPearl and Lynch in row number 2. Row 3 may be where the action is tonight. 1X Brad Layton with a tremendous drive to win his heat race. Junior Hanley from pole to pole dominating heat number 1. So keep an eye on that third row. Dale Shaw, Glenn Cusack in 4. Bob Libby, Kenny Wright in 5, then Randall and Pete Rondo. Pace car coming in. We are set to go. Pole position is on the line as the field comes down and the semi is under green. 88, Steve Knowlton away with it. Blair Bissett pushing high. Great move by Derek Lynch as he goes to the inside. Lynch in the 15 picks up third place. Glenn Cusack is in trouble. Cusack going backwards in the 2. Steve Knowlton, Blair Bissett, Derek Lynch, Junior Hanley, the top 4 down the back straightaway. Knowlton in the 88, trying to break away in the Chevrolet now. 07, Blair Bissett hanging on to second to the outside now, the 15 of Derek Lynch. Junior Hanley moving down the back straightaway, puts the nose inside Lynch for the number 3 position. Bissett going high, almost whoops it. Lynch is underneath. Hang on, Blair Bissett crosses it up. Look out, Randall nails it. A vicious crash on the front straightaway. Blair Bissett, Bob Randall, Pete Rondo, and Glenn Cusack all involved. Oh man, can you believe it? Blair Bissett got it sideways out of 4, swapped ends 4 or 5 different times, but could not save it. Randall, Cusack, Rondo left with nowhere to go. A vicious crash on the front chute. Bobby Randall trying to drive the 91 away. Severe damage on the right front corner. Glenn Cusack torn up on the right front as well. The Blair Bassett car badly damaged in the nose. Four qualified automobiles, 4 of the top 12 tonight torn up. And the word from the front straightaway, all 4 drivers are okay. Glenn Cusack will drive the number 2 away. Cusack may literally have dodged the bullet here as he piled in hard, but the car is rolling on its way back to the garage area. The 8 survivors, if you will, at this juncture of the semi-feature. Pace car coming in turn number 3, we're set for action. Little bump and grind in turn number 4, take 1 is out. Take 1, no go, look out, Hanley gets into the back of Steve Knowlton. Everybody gets through it. Chief starter Mike Wilder with the green in hand. This time they bring them down without any untoward excitement. The green flag is out and they're racing into turn number 1. 88, Steve Knowlton away with the lead. Junior Hanley down to the inside of Lynch for second. 72, Hanley, the ACT point leader, going for the number 2 position. Lynch on the outside, trying to hold him off. Steve Knowlton in the Chevrolet, Hanley in the Ford, Lynch in a Buick, down the back straightaway. Dale Shaw, the 60 is 4th, then Roger LaPerle, Bob Libby, Brad Layton, and Kenny Wright. Hanley down low, has the number 2 position at the line. 72, Hanley, now alone in second. Dale Shaw follows him up the inside for third. Derek Lynch trapped up on the outside. Shaw goes underneath. Libby fills the hole for 4th place. Bob Libby tosses the 34 sideways, and around he goes in turn 2. Caution flag on the Speedway. Yellow flag for Bobby Libby. Bob Libby in the 34, charging hard to the inside of Derek Lynch. Steve Knowlton, one of the struggling independents on the American-Canadian Tour, one of the low buck racers. Has had an excellent 1992 season so far. Let's see what he can do with Junior Hanley. Field set for a restart in turn 4, down to the line. The green is out and Knowlton gets the break. 88, Steve Knowlton blows away Junior Hanley in turn 2. Dale Shaw down to the inside, wants 2nd place. 72, Hanley now going backward. Some fiberglass hanging off the Molson X machine as Hanley rides the outside of the back straightaway. 88, Knowlton. Shaw in the 60. 72, Hanley. We're halfway done this time. Halfway down to the semi. Dale Shaw down low in the 60. 72, Hanley on the outside, hitting the comeback trail. Hanley back to second now. 4th is Roger LaPerle. Lynch is 5th. On the outside, 6th is Brad Layton. Junior Hanley down the back straightaway. Has 2nd spot back in hand with 5 laps to go. 10 down, 5 remaining. Steve Knowlton, your leader. Junior Hanley dirt tracking it out of the corners and down the back straightaway. Knowlton with a car length in hand. Hanley 2nd, Shaw 3rd, LaPerle, Lynch, and here comes Brad Layton out of the back. Layton gets high into the marbles, gathers it up, loses 1 in turn 2. Steve Knowlton now breaking away. The 88 pulling away from Junior Hanley. Dale Shaw 3rd, Roger LaPerle the 00 4th. 5th is Derek Lynch, Libby is 6th, Layton by a nose 7th, and Kenny Wright. 2 to go this time. 2 laps to go for Stevie Knowlton. Steve Knowlton, the independent, pulling the upset here in the semi-feature. White flag is out. He's one lap away from the pole in the main event. Final time down the back straightaway. A major upset here in the semi-feature. Pole position in the Big A Auto Parts 150. Steve Knowlton in the 88. Hanley second. Shaw third. Roger LaPearl, Derek Lynch, Bob Libby, Kenny Wright, and Brad Layton. Well, how do you like that? The young independent takes care of the defending ACT champion on the restart and holds on to get the checkered flag. A strong run in the semi-feature, ladies and gentlemen. He'll start on the pole for the main event. Car number 88, Steve Knowlton, your winner. Top 5 finishers advance on to the Big A Auto Parts 150. The remainder of the field goes to the last chance B feature. $11 to start, 5 to qualify. The remainder go to no man's land, the B feature. Robbie Thompson and Danny Knoll Jr., two of the up-and-coming youngsters on the American-Canadian Tour, side-by-side in one. Then the veteran, Claude Leclerc and Barry Babb. Pace car is in. We're set for a start. Consolation round. First of 2 down to the line. The green flies and they're away. Robbie Thompson up the inside. 25-year leader. Claude Leclerc in the 11. Down the back straightaway looking for second on the inside. Danny Knoll in the 6, high line, trying to hold on to it. Claude Leclerc in the 11, Danny Knoll in the 6, nose to nose down the back straightaway. Then Barry Babb and Bill Zardo. 46, Zardo, the final qualifier in turn 4. Claude Leclerc down on the low groove, takes over the number 2 position. Danny Knoll dropping back on the outside as Babb moves underneath in the 0. Only 5 will qualify. Danny Knoll back to 4th and fading now. Bill Zardo in the 46, moving underneath. Jeff Stevens over the top in turn 2. Stevens spinning the 44, trying to refire it. Caution flag is out, yellow flag. They'll try it again in turn 3. Robbie Thompson, Claude Leclerc, Barry Babb, then Danny Knoll and Bill Zardo. This one looks a little better. Green flag is out and they're racing again. Thompson in the 25 immediately begins pulling away. Claude Leclerc, the Canadian Ironman, beginning to fall back. The 11 unable to keep up with the youngster. Barry Babb holding 3rd in the 0. Danny Knoll and Bill Zardo. Zardo, the 46, the 5th and final qualifier, not happy with that spot as he works the back bumper of Danny Knoll into turn 3. Keep an eye on the 46, the Z-Man, down to the inside, wants 4th place. Knoll chumps him down in turn 1. Bill Zardo again fights his way to the inside. The Z-Man going to work downstairs for the number 4 position. Right behind him, Gary Smith and Danny Knoll now dropping back. Smith in the 5, down to the inside for the final qualified spot. It's Gary Smith as they hit turn 3. Smith now the 5th place automobile. Right behind him, the 92 of Dave Whitlock. Danny Knoll, the outside pole sitter, dropping back now. All the way back to the number 7 position. Halfway down. Halfway in the Consi. Gary Smith in the number 5. Now is the man on the bubble. Down to the inside, Barry Babb making a move on Claude Leclerc. Leclerc in the 11 now gets moved to the outside. Babb underneath takes over second. Leclerc back in line quickly, holds on to 3rd. 46, Bill Zardo is 4th. Gary Smith 5th. The 92, Dave Whitlock, trying to work the back bumper. Whitlock 1 spot out of the money with 5 laps to go. 5 to go, and it is all Robbie Thompson at the front of the field. Barry Babb is second. Claude LeClaire third. Zardo and Gary Smith. Barry Babb quickly closing ground on the leader, Robbie Thompson, but laps are winding down. Look out, Smith gets around to the back chute. Whitlock and Andre Beaudoin sneak around. Yellow flag, caution on the Speedway. Field coming into the throttle in turn number 3. Robbie Thompson leads them down. Green flag is out and we're back underway. Keep an eye on the battle for the number 5 position. 92 Dave Whitlock. Andre Beaudoin in the 7. The two youngsters battling for the final transfer spot. Whitlock in the Ford, the Oldsmobile for Andre Beaudoin. Then Danny Knoll and Jeff Stevens out of the back. Thompson beginning to pull away. Once again, the 25 opening it up. Barry Babb second. Claude LeClaire, Bill Zardo, Dave Whitlock with 2 laps to go now. White flag set to fly this time. Top 5 automobiles with spots in hand for the main event. 1 to go for Robbie Thompson. Bill Zardo making a move down the back chute for the number 3 spot. Claude LeClaire holds him off. Checkered flag flying. Consi round number 1. Robbie Thompson, your winner. Barry Babb second. Claude LeClaire, Bill Zardo, Dave Whitlock. So 5 more names are in the book for the Big A Auto Parts 150. But for Andre Beaudoin, Jeff Stevens, Danny Knoll, Kip Stockwell, Ron Benjamin, and Gary Smith, they are headed to the last chance B feature. Strong run in Consi round number 1. A round of applause for Robbie Thompson, your winner. Zardo Jr. in car number 40, and the top rookie on the ACT, Kim Wallace in car number 27. Then at the back, Jerry O'Leary in the 31 and the 13 of Mike Mayetta. Keep an eye on the back of this one. Mike Mayetta, the defending Beech Ridge Motor Speedway champion, with a hard ride into the wall in his qualifier. Let's see if they've got him back together and ready to roll. The 79 and the 75 will try it once more. Here they come to the line. Green flag is out. Beaver Dragon puts the nose immediately to the outside for the lead. Ball Kern down low. Dragon up high with the horsepower edge. It's Beaver Dragon, 75 your leader. Ball Kern back in, nails him. Dragon hangs onto it. Bobby Babb to the inside, takes away second. 79, Mulkern sticks it back in the low groove third. 54, Bob Coburn showing in fourth. Fifth on the outside, Sylvain Metivier. Metivier in the 82, the fifth and final qualifier. Trying to hold his spot on the inside. Carlton Roby trying to go underneath it. Mike Mayetta working down the back chute, has passed only one car. The 13 is going to have to get on the move. Beaver Dragon, Bobby Babb, Scott Mulkern, three-car breakaway at the front of the field. Then the 54 of Bobby Coburn, 82, Sylvain Metivier, the final qualifier. Kim Wallace, the top rookie, out of the running right now. Mike Mayetta, the defending Beech Ridge champion, out of the running right now. Both drivers with a long way to go to get themselves into the main tonight. Harmon Beaver Dragon, the two-time champion, out in front, holding the low groove. Bobby Babb in the number 4 on his back bumper, looking to put the pressure on the back straightaway. Two car lengths back to the 79. Mulkern in third. Coburn, the 54, is fourth. Fifth place automobile, 82, Sylvain Metivier. Carlton Roby is sixth. Bill Zardo Jr. 7th. Kim Wallace 8th. Dick Houlihan and Mike Mayetta as they work the back straightaway. Halfway done this time. Halfway for Harmon Beaver Dragon. Mike Mayetta looking to pick up another spot as he goes to the outside of Dick Houlihan. Down the back straightaway. Houlihan pulling away on the inside. Beaver Dragon and Bobby Babb beginning to break away now. Mulkern in the 79. Running alone in third, then Coburn and Metivier. The top 5 automobiles holding their positions as they race 1 and 2. Beaver Dragon, the former champion, top 10 point driver, forced to the Consi tonight, but making short work of it as he leads them into 1. Bobby Babb running the back bumper of Beaver Dragon. Babb has got himself a qualified spot. He'll take the inside line if Dragon gives it up, but the veteran does not make too many mistakes. Good run for Scott Mulkern. First time out of the 79 is going to get himself a qualified spot if he can bring it home. 2 to go now. 2 laps to go in the second Consi. It's Beaver Dragon on the point. White flag set to fly this time around. Beaver Dragon, a third of a mile away from a spot in the Big A Auto Parts 150. Bobby Babb takes the look to the outside, can't find room to race on the back chute. Checkered flag set to fly. Bobby Babb moving to the outside. Beaver Dragon down low, holds him off. Dragon wins it. Babb second. Mulkern, Bobby Coburn, and Sylvain Metivier as they tangle up on the final lap. Kim Wallace in the 27, getting together with Jerry O'Leary. But the checkered flag is out. It's all over. And Harmon Beaver Dragon in the Harrison Ready Mix Pontiac, car number 75, takes the checkered flag. Second spot and a good run for Bobby Babb.
From Windham, Maine, in the Subway number 2 is Jim Emerson. To his outside, in the number 9 will be Bill Weeks. Next on the inside, from Kennebunk, Maine, in the number 5, Dave Babb. To his outside, the number 1, Dave Sprague. Next on the inside, the number 19, and Russ Johnson. To his outside will be Chris Rule in the 14. Steve Howard in the 03, Gary Clough in the 0, Richard Pelton in the 27, Willie Elliott aboard the 08. Winningest driver in the division in the 07, Doug Shores. Kevin Durgan in the number 7, Steve Wilson in the 99. Green is out. Jeff Salibi shows the way. Tangle right into turn 1 as the number 80 and the 10 get collected. And that litters turn number 1 with cars, and the caution will prevail. 30 laps on tap for the Super Sportsman main event. Normally these cars, of course, are involved in qualifying event, but right now we're ready to get it back underway. At turn 4, the green is out. Green wide racing out of turn 2 to 4, just for a minute. Jeff Salibi continues to show the way. All kinds of pressure from Jim Emerson in the number 2. Lloyd Washburn gets the car up high and ends up getting tagged there by another car, and then a third car into the number 4. And that will require a caution once again as we have debris in turn number 3. And some body damage to the rear of the number 4 of Lloyd Washburn. And this time it will be Jeff Salibi, rookie in the number 40, and a veteran to his outside in the number 2, Jim Emerson. Emerson already a 2-time feature winner in this division. They come to turn 4, and the green is out. Jim Emerson with a slight advantage as they race the front stretch to turn number 1. Jeff Salibi draws it even on the backstretch. They go wheel to wheel down the backstretch to turn 3. Jim Emerson once again Noses ahead, gets the car a little out of shape as both the 40 and the number 2 get sideways out of turn number 4. They have to back out of it just a little bit. Emerson trying to take it over on the backstretch, and he does down into turn number 3. Jeff Salibi back to second. Dave Sprague runs third. Steve Howard up to 4th. Russ Johnson going 5th. Then comes Richard Pelton in the 27, Doug Shores in the 07, Gary Clark, and the high point man putting the pressure on. Cars tangle in turn 1. On the move, on the outside, Dave Sprague in the number 1. Sprague working to the outside of Steve Howard as he battles for that 3rd place position. Able to get into the outside groove, looking to mount a challenge now for that 2nd place position as he takes a look to the outside of Jeff Salibi in the number 40. Three wide racing briefly in the 1 and 2 turn area. Damage to the front end of the 07, and the sparks just shower from the front of Doug Shore's 07. Yes, evidently he has sheet metal down dragging there on the front of the car. Tough break for Doug Shore as he is forced to take the 07 on a pit road. Once again, that is the winningest car in the division with 5 feature wins. But he falls on tough luck tonight. Jim Emerson, however, looking for his 3rd main event as the cars battle for position back in the pack. It allows Emerson to simply pull away to a rather comfortable lead, about a half straightaway lead over Steve Howard. Then comes Richard Pelton in the 27. Willie Elliott runs 4th now in the Booty Racing 08. Then the battle is for 5th. Tim Maloney to the low side, Kevin Durgan on the high side. They go at it side by side for the 5th place position. Durgan the high point man. Tim Maloney, last week's feature winner in the number 69. Bill Weeks back from pit road. He is, of course, many laps down, perhaps looking just to see if they were able to straighten out whatever got damaged on the number 9 to see if it is going to function properly. Blackman indicates it will be the halfway point this time by. Jim Emerson now. Lead being cut into by Steve Howard. Richard Pelton goes 3rd. Willie Elliott is 4th. Kevin Durgan in the 5th place position. Chris Rule trying to take over position number 6 as he works to the outside of the number 69 of Tim Maloney. Heating up for that 2nd place position as Steve Howard now has considerable pressure from Richard Pelton in the number 27. Then a considerable gap back to the 4th place competitor, Willie Elliott, in the 08. And then a battle for that 5th place position, as Kevin Durgan now has all kinds of pressure from Chris Rule in the number 14. Side-by-side battle for that 5th place position. And our 2nd and 3rd place competitors have reined in our race leader. So Jim Emerson no longer enjoys that half straightaway lead, as he has Steve Howard and Richard Pelton right at the back bumper, working in lap number 22. 8 laps to go. And things have tightened up at the front. Howard in the 03. Richard Bubba Pelton in the 27, right up to the back bumper of race leader Jim Emerson. Once again, Jim Emerson, a 2-time feature winner thus far in 1992. Looking to grab his 3rd main event. Howard has grabbed a feature event. Pelton still looking for his first victory in 1992. Lap winding down. Jim Emerson looking to hold off a couple of hard charges. Steve Howard in the 03, Richard Pelton in the 27. As it is a 3-car race at the front. Pelton takes a look to the outside, then drops back in behind the 03. Flagman indicates just 2 to go next time by. And they will be coming into some considerable traffic. 2 flags out. Jim Emerson will not only have to deal from the pressure that he sees in the rearview mirror, but also some slower cars that he will have to make some quick decisions here as to whether or not he'll stay low or go high. White flag is down, 1 lap to go. Checkered flag out. Jim Emerson grabs feature event number 3, followed by Steve Howard, Richard Pelton, Willie Elliott, and Chris Rule. Down to the infield side. Fine run tonight by Richard Bubba Pelton in the Casco Bay Yacht Exchange number 27. But tonight, the main event belonged to the young man from Windham, Maine, driving the Subway Sandwich, Able Power Equipment, Mark Stimson Realty, number 2, out of Windham, Maine, Jim Emerson. Also a fine run tonight by the youngster from Scarborough in the 03, Steve Howard, the bracket machine. 03 as he grabs the runner-up spot. Jim Emerson back to return the colors to flagman Eddie Walsh. And we will get an opportunity to hear from tonight's Super Sportsman feature event winner in just a few moments, Andy Cusack. Andy?
Thank you, Bruce. Ladies and gentlemen, win number 3 for Jim Emerson. Jim, welcome back into Victory Lane for your 3rd trip of the season. We congratulate you for a nice job in the Sport City Chevrolet division. Nice work.
Thank you, Andy. We had a little bad luck tonight in the warm-up. I broke an axe and hit it into the wall, and the crew, we just got it done just before this feature, and David, my oldest brother, Sean Potter, he's the crew chief. We got Todd that owns the car. Subway, Bill from North Wyndham Subway, he's great. And all the sponsors, Ed Getty and Able Power Equipment, and Kenny, and all of them on the crew do a heck of a job. Halfway through the race tonight, it was kind of funny because I see him catch me, but I lost the power steering on the car, so I just backed the pace back and just let him follow me.
You looked like as you came up on the slower cars in the last lap that you kind of tucked in behind one of them so that they couldn't get on the inside of you and maybe grab the lead. Was that part of the strategy?
Well, what it was, I come onto that 40 and I knew there was only 2 laps left, but with no power steering, the car was getting a little bit loose at the end of it, so I just set out a half a groove and just kind of blocked the track a little bit to my advantage. And I noticed in the mirror the 03, I think Steve Howard, he was real loose, so I didn't think he had enough to drive around me, and thank God the race is over.
Well, it was good strategy tonight. Joe Sawyer from Big A Auto Parts has the first place trophy for you. Congratulations, Jim. We'd like to thank you for a great show tonight.
I'd like to thank him, thank the sponsors, and say if it's all sponsors. If it wasn't any sponsors, we wouldn't be here.
Congratulate you again, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause again for Jim Emerson. If you bought a 50-50 ticket, $879. Carmen Jansen will do the drawing at this time.
But once again, only 4 move on to the main. One man to keep an eye on again, Mike Mayetta. Hard ride into the concrete in the opening round qualifier. Mayetta slated to start 4th. Will have to move up at least 4 positions if he wants a place in the Big A Auto Parts 150 tonight. Lights are down on the pace car, and we are set to go. Final chance to qualify for these American-Canadian Tour late model drivers. Andre Beaudoin and Carlton Roby on the point. Jeff Stevens and Bill Zardo Jr., Danny Knoll, and Dick Houlihan. Here they come out of 4. Down to the line, looking for a green. They've got to start. Side by side, drag race down the back chute. 7, Andre Beaudoin. 24, Carlton Roby. Jeff Stevens on the inside. Bill Zardo Jr. in the 43 wide on the front chute as they scramble it up. Zardo holds 3rd. The battle now for 4th. Danny Knoll, the 6 on the inside, picks it up. Andre Beaudoin, Jeff Stevens, Bill Zardo Jr., and Danny Knoll, the top 4 qualifiers. Bill Zardo sideways out of 2, gives up the spot. Bill Zardo Jr. crosses it up, and now the final spot belongs to the 24 of Carlton Roby. Jeff Stevens down to the inside, takes the lead away from Andre Beaudoin. The Outlaw in the 44, now out in front and pulling away. Beaudoin in the 72nd. Danny Knoll is 3rd. Carlton Roby the final qualifier. Mike Mayetta, the defending Beech Ridge champion, does not look like he's going to make the field tonight. That ride into the wall in qualifying did not end his evening, but it looks like it may have ended his hopes for the main event as he rides near the back of the pack. 44, Stevens your leader. Beaudoin in the 7th. Danny Knoll in the 6th. 24, Carlton Roby, the final qualifier. Bill Zardo Jr. now back to 5th. 6th is the one of Dick Houlihan. In 7th, Gary Smith being challenged on the outside by Ronnie Benjamin. Benjamin goes high and gives up the spot. Jeff Stevens all alone at the front of the pack. The Outlaw with 5 car lengths in hand. Andre Beaudoin and Danny Knoll running nose to tail in 2nd and 3rd. 4th is Carlton Roby. Then 10 car lengths back through the 3-car jam. Bill Zardo Jr., Dick Houlihan, and Gary Smith. Jeff Stevens puts the field at arm's length. Halfway done. 10 down. 10 to go for Stevens in the 44. Andre Beaudoin and Danny Knoll running 2nd and 3rd. 4th continues to be Carlton Roby. Good three-car battle for the number 5 position. That's the battle for a spot that won't do them a whole lot of good. 5th place is 1 spot out of the main event tonight. Bill Zardo Jr. in the 40. Dick Houlihan in the 1, and Gary Smith in car number 5. Smith had himself a qualified position in the Consi, but lost the handles on the car and now is in danger of not making it. Mike Mayetta has withdrawn car number 13. Mayetta will not qualify tonight for the Big A Auto Parts 150. Jeff Stevens continues to open it up. 10 car lengths, make it 12 as he exits turn 4. Beaudoin and Knoll run second and third. Roby is fourth. And that 3-car battle for 5th is beginning to close in now. Carlton Roby falling back into the clutches of Bill Zardo Jr., Gary Smith, and Dick Houlihan. 5 laps to go this time. 5 to go in the B feature. Carlton Roby trying to hang on to it in the 24. Gary Smith on the outside of Bill Zardo Jr., nose to nose for the number 5 position. Smith around the outside has it, and they move in now on Carlton Roby. Roby beginning to fade, the 24. Fading badly in the number 4 position. Smith on the outside trying to take it away. This time by, it'll be 3 to go, and the man on the move is Gary Smith. Smith on the outside going for it. Top 3 positions are in the bag with 2 to go. Jeff Stevens, Andre Beaudoin, Danny Knoll run 1, 2, and 3. The battle is for 4th. Carlton Roby, the New Hampshire driver, on the inside. Gary Smith on the outside of the 5. Only 4 will qualify. Roby is the man on the bubble right now. Smith to the outside, can't find room. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Jeffrey Stevens. The battle is for 4th. Gary Smith takes a look to the inside, out of turn number 2, can't find room. Final time on the back chute. Checkers are out. Jeff Stevens wins it. Beaudoin is second. Danny Knoll third, and Carlton Roby hangs on to earn the final spot in the Big A Auto Parts 150. So a good run by Gary Smith comes up 1 spot short at the checkered flag. In 4th, the 24 of Carlton Roby. 3rd to Danny Knoll Jr. in car number 6. 2nd, the 7 of Andre Beaudoin. And ladies and gentlemen, your B feature winner, moving on to the main event tonight, car number 44 and Jeffrey Stevens. A Auto Parts 150, gentlemen, start your engines. Field coming to life on the front straightaway. 36 of the top late model stock cars and drivers in the northeastern United States and Canada. 150 laps for the Big A Auto Parts Championship Trophy tonight at the Beech Motor Speedway. Drivers can lose laps under the yellow flag. They can lose laps on pit road. So every spin tonight is going to be a desperate situation for the cars involved, as they will have to get underway quickly to avoid going a lap down. Field rolling away behind the pace car. Car award awarded at every United States Cup on the American Canadian Tour 1992. Tonight's Castle Best Appearing Car, car number 11, Claude Leclerc, the Auto Pro Chevrolet, car number 11 from Repentigny, Quebec. Once again, Claude Leclerc, car number 11, tonight's Castle Chemicals Best Appearing Car Award winner. Pick up the pace just a bit to get some more heat into these tires. Without question, the coolest night of the season so far on the American Canadian Tour. And that is going to put the test to these drivers in the early laps until they can get some heat into these tires and some rubber down on the racing surface. To the automobiles, poised for liftoff now. Lights are down on the ACT pace car coming onto pit road. Chief starter Mike Wilder with the clinch green flag in hand. They're set for action. Knowlton on the inside. Hanley on the outside. Green flag is out, and the Big A Auto Parts 150 is underway. Side-by-side drag race down the back straightaway. Steve Knowlton with a nose up. Back comes Hanley on the outside. Dale Shaw on the inside is third. Down low, Derek Lynch takes fourth. Roger LaPerle topside, losing ground in the double zero. Nose to nose, one more time down the straightaway. Hanley sticks the nose in front. Back comes Knowlton, leaning on each other through the corners, banging on each other. Trouble on the back chute. A couple of cars out of shape. Everybody appears to be moving. Carlton Roby on pit road with a flat tire on the first lap, and Junior Hanley, the 72, is away with the lead now. Hanley off the outside point, shows the way across the line. Knowlton is second. Dale Shaw third in the 60. Fourth is Derek Lynch. Bob Libby fifth. Sixth is Roger LaPerle. Seventh on the outside is Brad Layton. Layton in the 1X, moving here in the early going. 1X Brad Layton to the outside of the Kenny Wright automobile as they work into turn number one. Right down low, Layton up high, then Glenn Cusack in the 2, and the 41 of Pete Rondo. 4 cars under a blanket as they work out at turn number 4. The battle for the number 7 position. Kenny Wright in the 12. 1X, Brad Layton, Glenn Cusack, Pete Rondo, Mike Johnson, Kevin LePage. They are 2 wide all the way back through the pack. Side by side, one more time around. Layton on the outside, half a car length up now. 1X, Brad Layton takes over the number 7 position. Pete Rondo in the 41, trying to follow him around the outside. Junior Hanley at the front of the pack by 2 car lengths the leader. Steve Knowlton second. Dale Shaw, Derek Lynch, Bob Libby the top 5. Hanley into turn 1 will begin lapping traffic momentarily. The 16, Kim Stockwell about to go a lap down. Pete Rondo to the high side of the Brad Layton automobile. Rondo in the 41, moving well on the outside. Right behind him, Kevin LePage and Ralph Mason. Brad Layton now down on the inside, giving ground as he drops the spot. Back to the number 8 position. Here comes Kevin LePage around him for 9th. Junior Hanley across the start-finish line. 72-year leader. Steve Knowlton still 2 car lengths back in the number 2 spot. Then the lap car of Kim Stockwell. Third is Dale Shaw, being worked hard by Derek Lynch. Lynch in the 15, working the back bumper of Dale Shaw as they hit the start-finish line. 5th place automobile, the 34, Bobby Libby. In 6th, 00, Roger LaPerle on the outside. Pete Rondo going for it. Pete Rondo in the 41, torn up in the semi-feature, but that crew has done a masterful job. Rondo on the move early in the 41. Pete Rondo, now the 6th place automobile. Right behind him, the 21, Kevin LePage, as they run the outside. LePage in the 21, going after the 00 LaPerle. Brad Layton sticks it down to the inside. Great move by the 1X. Layton picks the spot up in turn 2. LaPerle now trapped up on the outside. They look to stack it 3 deep. Layton makes room, and the 1X takes it over. Ralph Mason follows him through, right behind Glenn Cusack in the 2. Roger LaPerle going backwards. Now as Kevin LePage works underneath. Across the start-finish line, Steve Knowlton down to the inside of Junior Hanley, trying to take the lead in lap traffic. Knowlton with a nose out in front as they go underneath Scott Mulkern. Steve Knowlton down low, right behind the 27 of Kim Wallace. Scott Mulkern in the 79, Hanley back in front that time around. Side-by-side battle as the lap cars go 2 abreast, and Steve Knowlton taking it back. Hanley drops in line second. Dale Shaw now Shaw down to the inside of Junior Hanley, the ACT champion, trying to use the lap car as a block as they hit turn one. Hanley on the outside, around the Kim Wallace automobile. Dale Shaw forced to drop back and hold on to the number 3 spot. On the outside, here comes Bob Libby. Derek Lynch, Pete Rondo, all running close together as they move around the 27 of Wallace. Steve Knowlton with the lead back in hand. Next time around, 20 laps complete. Knowlton by 2 is the leader. Junior Hanley is second sideways out of turn 4. Scott Mulkern is on pit road in the 79. Mulkern, who had run in the top 15, now pitting under the green flag. He will go a lap down. Steve Knowlton is pulling away. Hanley sideways out of the turns again. Has got a handful of race cars. Dale Shaw in third, but now in the back bumper, the 34 of Bob Libby. Fifth place car, 41 Pete Rondo. In 6th, Derek Lynch in the 15. 7th is Glenn Cusack. Brad Lace is 8th. Ralph Nason 9th. 10th is Mike Johnson in the 33. In 11th is Kevin LePage. 12th is Paul Johnson. Dan Beatty is 13th. Randy McDonald 14th. Roger LaPearl dropping backwards 15th, followed by Tracy Gordon, Kenny Wright, Robbie Crouch, and Barry Bass. Down the back straightaway, Glenn Cusack, Derek Lynch beginning to battle for their positions now. That is the fight for the number 6 spot. Lynch in the 15, showing 6th. 7th is Cusack. Then Nason, and on the outside, Mike Johnson beginning to move. Johnson in the 33, drives around Ralph Nason, goes after Leighton in turn 4. Glenn Cusack once again to the high side of Derek Lynch. Battles all over the racetrack right now. Cusack around the outside gains 1. Glenn Cusack, now the 6th place automobile. Lynch drops back to 7th, then Mike Johnson. Johnson in the 33 on the move. 41, Pete Rondo now wants the number 4 position. He goes around Dale Shaw. Junior Hanley beginning to fade. The 72 pushing high on the racetrack as Bob Libby begins to move in. Steve Knowlton running away in the 88, nearly a half straightaway advantage over Junior Hanley. Hanley loses second as Libby moves underneath. A rare miss on the setup tonight by the ACT point leader. Hanley in the Molson X car, pushing high in the corners. Pete Rondo now looking to move underneath for the number 3 position. Hanley struggling in the Molson X car. Rondo down to the inside, takes away the number 3 spot by a nose at the line. Steve Knowlton, 88-year leader. 3 lap cars between himself and the 2nd place car, Bobby Libby. 3rd is Rondo. 4th is Hanley. Hanley going way high out of turn number 4. 5th place car is Dale Shaw, but he's about to be overhauled by Glenn Cusack. Cusack, despite the crash in the semi-feature, is on the move now in the Coke machine. Cusack to the outside, moving up. Laps in the record book. Next time around for your leader, Steve Knowlton. Dale Shaw now down to the inside of Junior Hanley. Hanley going backwards like a rock now. The 72 cannot hold the bottom of the racetrack. Shaw to the inside. Hanley will try and use the slower traffic to hold him off one more time. 54, Bobby Kilburn, the left car downstairs on the inside. Hanley will hold Shaw off this time. The 60 of Shaw running in 5th. 6th is Glenn Cusack as he dives to the inside in 4th. Glenn Cusack making the moves down low, but Shaw has the lap car ahead, holds Cusack up. Mike Johnson moving around Glenn Cusack as they've got him pinned behind the Bob Coburn machine. Great racing for the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. 88, Steve Knowlton continues to run all by himself. Knowlton nearly a half straightaway ahead of a 2nd place car, Bobby Libby, as he puts a lap on Mike Mayotta. Out of turn 2, Knowlton puts the lap on Claude Leclerc. Leclerc, the 6-time Canadian champion, lapped early in the Big A 150. Libby is second. He now begins to feel the heat. Pete Rondo, we've got a spin on the back chute. Brad Layton, Danny Knoll Jr. getting around. Yellow flag. Caution on the Speedway. 1X Brad Layton gets it back underway. Remains on the lead lap. Danny Knoll in car number 6 also is moving. Claude Leclerc in car number 11. Danny Knoll Jr., Brad Layton, Bill Zardo, Kim Wallace, Kip Stockwell, Bobby Babb, and Robbie Crouch coming into the garage area. Crouch in the 48 coming down. Mike Mayetta's car number 13 will be held 1 lap and then he picked up on the pace car. As the field circulates under caution. 88, Steve Knowlton has led by as much as a half straightaway tonight. Knowlton started on the pole, surrendered the lead to Junior Hanley. But a great piece of traffic driving by young Steve Knowlton got the lead back, and since then he has driven virtually without challenge. Second place automobile, the 34 Bobby Libby. Libby has had so many strong runs here at Beech Ridge on the American Canadian Tour, only to have problems in the late going. Tonight may be his night. Knowlton the leader. Libby is second. Third is the 41 of Pete Rondo. Fourth is Hanley in the 72. In fifth, the 60 of Dale Shaw. Sixth, the 33 Mike Johnson. Glenn Cusack, seventh in car number 2. Eighth is Paul Johnson in the 35. In ninth, the 10 of Rowhill. Steve Knowlton had put a lap on Metivier. Libby and Rondo had not yet made their way around. 42 complete pace car coming in. We're set for a restart. Knowlton on the inside. The left car, Metivier on the outside. Here they come. The green is out. Steve Rondo trapped high behind the slower car. Dale Shaw likewise on the outside going backwards. Bobby Libby away in second place. Hooks himself to the back bumper of Knowlton. The last car, Metivier, gets down into the number 3 position. Junior Hanley going to the outside of the 72. Hanley now has fought his way back to the number 3 position, down to the inside the 33 of Mike Johnson. Johnson now going for the 3rd spot on the inside of turn 4. Hanley on the outside of the last car holds him off. 72, Junior Hanley in the 3rd position. Mike Johnson 4th. Dale Shaw 5th. Pete Rondo all the way back to 6th place. Rondo, the 3rd place automobile, loses 3 spots on the restart. And Rondo may continue to go backwards as Glenn Cusack gets underneath him. Cusack in the 2. 35, Paul Johnson, all going to work on Pete Rondo as he is hung out to dry on the outside. Out of turn 4, the battle continues for the number 5 position. Dale Shaw in the 60. Glenn Cusack in the 2. 35, Paul Johnson. 41, Pete Rondo. 4-car battle for the number 5 spot. 82, Sylvain Metivier, the last car, holding the low line as Shaw goes by. Rondo goes by. Glenn Cusack now boxed in on the low side as Johnson moves past him the 35. Steve Knowlton, 2 car lengths in hand over Libby in second as they cross the start-finish line. Junior Hanley is 3rd. Mike Johnson is 4th. 5th is Dale Shaw. 1 spin on the front straightaway. Danny Knoll looping it, fires and keeps rolling without a caution. Field stays green on the front chute. Trouble in turn 2. Tracy Gordon spinning. Field scatters. Yellow flag. Gordon back underway. Stays on the lead lap. Good bit of heads-up driving by young Tracy Gordon as he gets the CA&T lumber machine back underway. Gordon remains on the lead lap, and he will fall in at the rear of the field. Second caution of the night with garage area. On tires. Dale Shaw, Junior Hanley, Brad Layton coming in. Field crossing over, they'll take one. And now we're going to have a side-by-side shootout. Robbie Crouch is in the pits with a flat right front tire. The Tampa Tornado, if you've got to cut a tire, not a bad time to do it under the caution flag. Crouch is in. They'll look for a new right front sneaker on the Signs by Warren Rent-A-Wreck Chevrolet. Steve Knowlton in the 88. 34, Bobby Libby now will face it off for the lead. Mike Johnson and Pete Rondo. Paul Johnson and Glenn Cusack. 95 laps still to be recorded. Lights are down on the pace car. We are set to go. Steve Knowlton and Bob Libby. Mike Johnson and Pete Rondo. Paul Johnson and Glenn Cusack. Here they come. Green is out. Big jump for Stevie Knowlton. Libby drops all the way back to the number 6 spot. Libby either missed a shift in the 34 or was just caught asleep at the wheel. Something apparently went wrong momentarily on the 34. 88, Knowlton once again, away your leader. Mike Johnson, the 33, now is up to second. Paul Johnson, 35 is third. Then Cusack, Rondo, Libby, Mason, and LePage. Top 10 automobiles now run nose to tail down the back straightaway. Beaver Dragon, the 75, is up to 11. Dragon started 22nd. Look out, spinner into the infield. Sylvain Metivier gets moved over. Metivier down out of harm's way, trying to refire the Chevrolet. Metivier is back under power, field stays green. Here come the leaders out of turn 4. They'll put another lap on Sylvain Metivier. 88 Knowlton holds the lead. Mike Johnson in the 33 second. Paul Johnson third. Cusack, Rondo, Libby, and Nason. Once again, Sylvain Metivier finds himself in the middle of the lead draft. The attached Montreal machine just holding the low line, letting the fast cars move by on the back chute. 62 laps complete this time around. We've got one car down on the inside of turn 2, the Robbie Thompson machine. The car is rolling as the leaders work past. Once again, the field remains green with 63 laps to go in the book this time. Beaver Dragon down on the inside of Randy McDonald. That's the battle for the number 11 spot. Dragon is 11th. McDonald now the 10th place car. Randy McDonald having a strong run, has come from 16th. Now breaking into the top 10 for the first time tonight as he moves in on the back bumper of Dan Beatty. Leaders single file across the start-finish line. Steve Knowlton in the 88th, looking for his second career American-Canadian Tour victory. Mike Johnson in the 33. 35, Paul Johnson, Glenn Cusack, Pete Rondo, Bob Libby, all looking for their first ever score on the ACT circuit. Paul Johnson beginning to turn up the heat in the battle for second place now. Takes a look to the inside of Mike Johnson in turn 3. Couldn't find the room, backs it off the single file one more time. Knowlton, the unsponsored independent campaigner, has led just about all the way so far. Mike Johnson and Paul Johnson running second and third. 5 Carlings back to the fourth place automobile of Glenn Cusack. 5th is Bob Libby. 6th is Pete Rondo. Ralph Nason 7th. Kevin LePage 8th. Dan Beatty 9th. Randy McDonald in 10th. Beaver Dragon shows in 11th. 12th is Derek Lynch. Barry Babb is 13th. 14th, Bill Zardo. 15th, Jeff Stevens in the 44. And 16th, the 12 of Kenny Wright. 17th is Junior Hanley as he comes back up through the pack. 18th, Andre Baudouin. 19th, Robbie Crouch. Dale Shaw, 20th. Junior Hanley, Dale Shaw all ran among the top 5, but they are having a tough time coming out of the back of this one. Heavy traffic in a very competitive field of automobiles. Hanley having a tough time coming out of the back. Next time by, we are halfway done. Knowlton across the line, 75 down, 75 to go. Knowlton down to the inside of the 11th. Claude LeClaire on the back straightaway. He'll put him another lap down. Hugh Carlings back down to Mike Johnson in second. Paul Johnson, the 35, still shows in third. Libby is back up to fourth. Rondo is fifth. Cusack sixth. 7th is Ralph Nason. 8th is Kevin LePage. Then Randy McDonald and Dan Beatty, the top 10. Field settling in now, holding their spots at least for the moment as they prepare for the stretch drive. Past the halfway mark in the Big A Auto Parts 150. Front 2 automobiles trying to break away and make it a 2-man dance. Knowlton around the outside of the Gary Smith machine at the start-finish line. Mike Johnson right on his back bumper in second. 5 Carlings back to third place, Paul Johnson. Then a long gap back to Bob Libby and Pete Rondo. Let's see how Steve Knowlton works the lap traffic now in the 88. He'll look to the outside of the Roger LaPearl automobile. LaPearl, who ran in the top 10 through the first 20 or 30 laps of this race, has fallen on some hard times now. Here's Johnson down to the inside, making a bid for the lead. 33, Mike Johnson takes his shot in traffic. He may make it in turn 2. Steve Knowlton under the gun, trying to use the 00 as a pick in 3. Knowlton pulling up, hangs onto it one more time. Mike Johnson rolled the dice and almost came up a winner, but Steve Knowlton keeps a cool head and uses the lap car to hold him off. 88 Knowlton riding alongside the Roger LaPearl machine. Lap cars are 2 abreast in front of the leaders. Lap cars 2 wide in front of your leader, Steve Knowlton. 88 Knowlton, 33 Mike Johnson. Paul Johnson down to the inside trying to make a move. Johnson now rolls the dice in lap traffic. Steve Knowlton around Roger LaPearl. They are still 2 abreast in front of the leader as Bill Zardo Jr. tries to move around. Zardo in the 40, gets it back single file, open racetrack, now in front of the lead. 88 Knowlton, 33 Johnson, Paul Johnson in the 35, Pete Rondo trapped now. Bob Libby throws the block. Rondo right back up in front of Glenn Cusack, a close call. Top 10 cars running virtually nose to tail down the back straightaway. The leaders having some problems with lap traffic have allowed the rest of the pack to close in. Steve Knowlton going after the Kim Wallace automobile on the back chute. Right behind Johnson and Johnson, Mike and Paul in the 33 and the 35. Paul to the inside for second place. Knowlton puts a fender up on the Kim Wallace car. Steve Knowlton One more time, deals with lap traffic. Now he's got some open asphalt to work with. Mike Johnson drifting wide in the 33. Now we'll see if he's got some horsepower on the open racetrack to go after the lead. This time by 90 laps complete, 60 to go. 90 down, 60 to go. Mike Johnson going high for the lead. Mike Johnson trying to spring the trap on Knowlton now. Down the back straightaway, Johnson pulling up in the 33. Knowlton on the inside, Johnson on the outside, black car, Carlton Roby dead ahead. Johnson trying to throw the block, puts the fender out, Mike Johnson takes it over on the back straightaway. Yellow flag on the Speedway, Roger Leperle coming to a stop. Third caution of the night comes out on lap number 93, and we have got a new leader. Steve Knowlton in the 88 is second, third spot to Paul Johnson in the 35. In fourth, the 34, Bob Libby. Fourth, Pete Rondo in the 41. Check that. Fifth is Rondo. Sixth is the 2 of Glenn Cusack. Seventh now is Randy McDonald in the 01. Eighth, the 10 of Ralph Nason. Kevin LePage, the 21 is 9. 10th, the 53 of Dan Beatty. In 11th, 75, Beaver Dragon. 12th, the 0, Barry Babb. 13th is Bill Zardo in the 46. 14th, Junior Handley. 15th to Jeffrey Stevens. Kenny Wright in the 12 is 16th. 17th, the 17 of Tracy Gordon. 18th is Bobby Babb. 19th, unofficially, will be the 1X of Brad Layton as he exits the pits on the lead lap. Field is correct. They'll go green next time. Dale Shaw back on pit road in car number 60. Pace car coming in. We're set for a go. Here they come, down to the line. Johnson on the inside, Knowlton on the outside. No contest as the green is out. Mike Johnson driving away. Paul Johnson follows him through for second. Knowlton now fighting for his life on the outside. 35, Johnson down low. 88, Knowlton up high, right behind Pete Rondo. Bob Libby, Randy McDonald in the 01. Steve Knowlton drops back to third. Rondo puts the fender inside, wants fourth place. Knowlton now trapped on the outside. The leader in danger of dropping back out of the top 5. Rondo underneath him in turn number 2, puts the nose out in front for third. Fifth spot is Libby, sixth is McDonald, LePage is seventh, look out, Libby is around, Dan Beatty piles in the 53. Caution flag with 99 laps in the book. And 2 of the top 10 automobiles are banged up at the bottom of turn 4 as they go a lap down. Bob Libby in the 34, the 53 of Dan Beatty. So the high torque engines machine comes to the pits. Nason in search of a new left front tire. Ron Nason and the crew will go to work on car number 10 as he trails fire down the front straightaway. The 34 of Bob Libby up on the wrecker being taken back to pit road. Momentarily they'll attend to the Dan Beatty car. Severe damage on the nose of the Phillips 66 machine. And I believe the Libby car has corresponding abuse on the left-hand side of that car. Dan Beatty left with nowhere to go as the field scattered. He had a car inside him and a car outside. And Libby dead ahead. Ralph Nason completes his service. He's down and away. Nason remains on the lead lap, but now he's got a lot of ground to cover. Pace car set to come in. Mike Johnson and Paul Johnson. McDonald and Rondo as they set for the green. Here they come. Out of 4, they've got it. 3 wide, heading for turn 1. Has Paul Johnson going backwards. Randy McDonald takes over second. LePage from 5th is 3rd now. Glenn Cusack trapped up high. He's in trouble. Cusack has cut a tire down on the Coke machine. Glenn Cusack dropping out of the top 10, going all the way to the back of the pack. 33, Johnson your leader. McDonald and LePage, 2nd and 3rd. Paul Johnson regrouping in the number 4 spot now. 5th is the 41 of Pete Rondo. 6th is Sardo. Out of the back of the pack, here comes Brad Layton. Layton in the 1X. Out of nowhere, going for the number 5 position. The Ferox Buick has been on pit road 3 times tonight, but they have found the setup. Layton from the back of the field takes over 5th. He may be the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Mike Johnson, Randy McDonald, Kevin LePage, and Paul Johnson. The man on the move is Brad Layton. On the outside, Bill Zardo going after the Pete Rondo automobile. Cusack pits under the green flag, takes on new rubber. He is back underway, but he is at least a couple of laps down. 115 laps complete for Mike Johnson as he crosses the line, your leader. Randy McDonald 2nd, Kevin LePage 3rd, Paul Johnson 4th, 5th is Brad Layton. Bill Zardo is 6th from 27th on the field. The Z-Man now is 6th. 7th is Pete Rondo. On the outside, 8th is Steve Knowlton as Knowlton hits the comeback trail. 9th is Beaver Dragon. 10th is Junior Handling. Tracy Gordon is 11th. 12th now is Barry Babb. 13th to Jeff Stevens. 14th, the 15th of Derek Lynch. 15th is Dave Whitlock. 16th, Kenny Wright. And the 17th, the 5 of Gary Smith. 18th unofficially Dale Shaw, Ralph Nason, 19th, 20th to Andre Baudouin. Pete Rondo is in the infield. The 41 gets turned around on the front chute, keeps it underway. Glenn Cusack sitting backwards in turn number 3. Cusack trying to refire the number 2. Cusack trying to get the car backed around and rejoin the field as they stay green. Down the back straightaway. 33 Johnson has opened up a 5-car length lead. 2nd is McDonald. 3rd is LePage. Brad Layton takes 4th place on the outside. Layton blasts around Paul Johnson. The 1X is the man on the move. Brad Layton to the number 4 position. Johnson now 5th. Zardo is 6th. Hanley is up to 7th as he moves around Beaver Dragon. Dragon goes to 8th. Steve Knowlton 9th. Tracy Gordon now in the top 10. Mike Johnson trying to put this one away. Across the line, next time, 25 laps remaining. 25 to go for Mike Johnson as he looks for his first career American-Canadian Tour victory. And the 3rd in a row by the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway regulars. Mike Johnson will try and put a lap on Pete Rondo. Rondo's fortunes have changed dramatically in the last 20 laps. Not long ago, he was the 4th place automobile. Now he's a lap down and out of the top 15. Randy McDonald, 6 car lengths back in the 0-1, trying to close ground for the stretch drive. Another 5 back to Kevin LePage in 3rd, then a long gap back to Brad Layton and Paul Johnson. Layton and Johnson need a caution flag to catch the leaders. Moving underneath, one of the slower automobiles, the Bob Coburn machine, continues to hold the number 4 position, but at the front it continues to be Mike Johnson. Johnson around the Bobby Babb machine. Lead is down to 2 car lengths as they race the back straightaway. Less than 20 to go. It'll be 18 left this time around for Johnson. Randy McDonald beginning to close it in. The GM Parts Pro Shop machine takes a look to the inside in turn 2. We'll see now if Randy McDonald has saved some cards for the final round. Johnson around Carlton Roby will move in on Dale Shaw. McDonald on his back bumper in 2nd. Kevin LePage all by himself in 3rd. Layton is 4th. Paul Johnson 5th. It is going to be a 2-man battle for the win, I believe. Johnson in the 33-01, Randy McDonald. They'll put a lap on the Dale Shaw machine. Shaw, another early front runner that's fallen back here at the late going. On open racetrack, it appears that Mike Johnson has got the faster car of the 2. In traffic, though, McDonald has been able to close in a bit. 15 laps to go. 15 to go for Mike Johnson in search of his first career victory on the American Canadian Tour. McDonald continues to show 2nd. Kevin LePage all alone in 3rd. 4th is Layton. 5th is Paul Johnson. 6th is Junior Handley. Bill Zardo is 7th. 8th is Steve Knowlton. 9th is Beaver Dragon. Tracy Gordon is 10th. In 11th is Barry Babb. Derek Lynch is 12th. 13th to Jeff Stevens. 14th is Dave Whitlock. Kenny Wright is 15th. 16th place, Gary Smith. Ralph Neeson is 17th. Robbie Crouch 18th. Crouch the final car on the lead lap. 18 cars on the lead circuit. Next time by, 10 to go for Mike Johnson. 10 laps to go for Johnson. Mike Johnson moving in on the Robbie Crouch automobile. Heavy lap traffic ahead, and this will be the final chance for Randy McDonald to close in. On an open racetrack, Johnson is able to pull away. McDonald will try and work the traffic and steal it at the end. 1:42 in the book as they cross the line that time. 8 remaining. Mike Johnson close enough to taste it right now. Randy McDonald, though, closing in turn 4. Lap cars too wide in front of the leaders. Randy McDonald on the back bumper of Johnson as they hit the back straightaway. Johnson going high around the Gary Smith car. McDonald down low. They're 3 wide in front of the leaders. Johnson holds on, fills the high lane. Kenny Wright in trouble in car number 12. Gave the leaders a scare momentarily. Johnson around Sylvain Metivier holds onto it. This time by 5 laps to go. to go for Mike Johnson. Randy McDonald on the back bumper. Johnson going underneath Robbie Crouch on the back straightaway. 4 to go this time. LePage is third. Fourth is Leighton. Paul Johnson fifth. Then Junior Hanley and Steve Knowlton. Pete Rondo spinning over the top in turn 3. Rondo trying to keep the car moving. He is fired. For the moment, they'll stay underway. Mike Johnson across the line. Puts 147 in the book. Whoa, he hits Ralph Nason. One car spinning on the inside. It's Bill Zardo Jr. Johnson gave Nason a hard shot from behind. Somehow kept it underway. 2 laps to go now. Mike Johnson may have dodged the bullet. Down the back chute, he'll look for the white flag. White flag flies. Dave Whitlock is over the top. 1 to go now for Mike Johnson. Randy McDonald looking low on the back straightaway. Johnson trying to block the way. McDonald going high. Last time into 3. McDonald bumps him from behind. Fights his way to the inside. Here they come. It's Randy McDonald at the line, your winner. Randy McDonald steals it in the final corner. Oh my, what a finish. In the final turn of the final lap, Randy McDonald takes it away. A tremendous move by McDonald as he found some room on the inside.
The old saying, it isn't over till it's over, certainly applies once again. As Mike Johnson in the final quarter of a lap is taken over by Randy McDonald. Just a few moments, we'll be going trackside to hear from the top 3 finishers tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for number 3 man, Kevin LePage, in the Delta Now Lumber Company car. Kevin, a good, steady run for you tonight. A methodical kind of a run. Didn't have the speed maybe that those front 2 guys had, but you made the most of what you had tonight.
Well, actually, I could run with both Randy and Mike, but I just decided that, you know, they were getting in a lot of traffic and they were hammering on each other quite a bit. So I said, well, we'll just stay back here and see if anything happens. And it did at the end, but I just wasn't close enough to do anything. But I'll tell you, you know, the DF Allen Lumber Ford Thunderbird really ran well. You know, we started way out back and we just kept steady and brought it home in third, so we're pretty happy.
We got a big A hat for you. We've got a case of motor off. Congratulations, a great run for Kevin LePage.
Real good run. Real good race.
This won't hurt you in the points either.
No, to help us, you know, and with sponsors like Big A and all these other sponsors that help us throughout the year, you know, my hat's off to all these guys.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen, a great run tonight for the Ford. Kevin LePage, car number 21 gets third. Wow, this guy's either the happiest guy in town or the most disappointed, and I'm not sure which. Let's get Mike over here. Ladies and gentlemen, over here, Mike Johnson of the 33, and you get a lot closer than that. Michael, I'm glad to see a smile on your face, because win, lose, or draw, first or second, you put on a heck of a show tonight.
Well, I hope we did. It looked like it was a pretty good show from where I was. We lost it at the end, but that's racing, and I think they've probably done the same thing.
Looks like it almost came apart down here in turn 2. Car got around, and you gave Ralph Nason a heck of a shot.
Yeah, everybody got on the binders, and you know, I didn't mean to hit Ralph, but there wasn't any place to go, and we were lucky that we got through that one.
You needed a few fewer lap cars there at the end.
That's exactly what we needed.
Well, I'll tell you what, you didn't win tonight, but you had a car that was capable of winning. Congratulations. Thank you very much. How about it for Mike Johnson, ladies and gentlemen? A great run. And here's the man of the hour. He's got the trophy in hand, the flowers around his neck. A big win tonight for the Ontario Golden Boy. How about it for Randy McDonald, the 0-1, ladies and gentlemen? Randy, come on, kid. Say hello to the rest of the day.
Good race. You got a little luck at the end. I didn't.
It was a wild finish. That final lap, the lap car started getting a little screwed up in front of you. You just got to take the hole, and you really hit it hard.
Well, we're going about as fast as we could, and we're just a little bit faster, so it's a good thing they got some traffic. And the car really stuck good down low, but it wasn't too good on the outside, so we just had to take our time, and it all worked out. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for coming. Have a safe trip home.
It looked like Mike on an open racetrack was the quicker car of the two. In traffic really was your only hope to get it?
Yeah, I guess, like, he was running a little wider, so I knew it, like, coming out of turn 2 there, he was wide, and I was just trying to time it so I could try a shot underneath him, and I was really strong going into 3, so, like, he was set up a bit more for the outside, and my car was working good on the inside, and I was just, you know, I didn't want to blow it or anything, so you sort of, you want to go, and then you want to be tentative, and at the end, we just went.
Second of the year, third of his career, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, third. Don't rob me, they come hard enough. I'm sorry. Third of the year, fourth of his career for the GM Parts Pro Shop Chevrolet. Randy McDonald, your Big 8 Auto Parts 150 winner here tonight at Beech Ridge. One more time. Oh, look out. I'm glad he looked the other way. A great show tonight here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Even Mother Nature couldn't screw this one up. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the drivers and the teams and officials of the American Canadian Tour, we thank you very, very much for coming out tonight on a night where the weather forecaster said we didn't have a prayer. Had a great show for you tonight. We look forward to seeing you again as we close out the season about a month or so from now. All these drivers will come back. I don't know if they can equal this one, Bruce Elder, but they're going to give it a heck of a try. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Good night.
All right.